So I kind of hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like there's still a lot of problems going on with the iPhones in terms of the sales numbers that Apple's kind of experiencing. Now, last week we basically saw that Apple's sales aren't really doing that well, and I'm not really too sure what's going to end up happening with Apple because they're getting hit on so many different ways. On one hand, their particular sales are going down. Samsung is now number one in terms of the total sales of phones and everything. But the other thing too is that they're going through so many lawsuits with the EU, with the DOJ, Department of Justice in America. There's so many problems Apple's currently going through, and I don't see any way that Apple's kind of going to go through right now and essentially get out of this for the time being. Now, this is going to be, I think, a very detrimental thing for the next couple of generations for iPhones. And the problem I would say that we're going to be kind of experiencing with these particular devices right now is what's going to end up happening with the next couple of generations of iPhones. If these sales numbers are going to continue to go down, if Apple's not going to make as much money as they used to on all their particular devices, what other options do they basically have? And to that, I will basically say the only option Apple will end up doing for the most part, as far as I can tell, is they're going to, one, probably decrease the price. They're going to probably decrease the innovation they're probably going to make on their phones if people aren't really buying them. They're not going to spend more money making them. But the other thing too, there's a high chance they may end up increasing the price tag of their particular iPhones in order to make up for demand. Now, this is going to probably increase the top tier iPhone sales, the numbers of their, iPhones in terms of the price they're going to sell them. I'm not too sure if they're going to go and do a Samsung approach, which I think what they should be doing, and that's making cheaper phones. I think the best approach Apple can do is to copy basically what Samsung has been killing it in, and that's making these very good priced phones. I don't know if I would look at an iPhone and say this is the best value per dollar. I could look at some older iPhones in the used market and say that. When I look at an iPhone 13 Pro, very competitive price in the used market. When I look at an iPhone, 12 Pro, you could kind of say the same thing, but that kind of had its own issues. When I look at their brand new phones, I don't really know. I don't know if that's a great priced phone in the brand new market. But when I look at their used prices, that's different. Samsung, they make a lot of phones from a lot of different price tags. And I think, like I said before, Apple could copy this and they could end up raking in the dough if they just start making these cheaper phones. And I think that's exactly what, Apple should consider doing. Now, I don't know if Apple is 100% going to do this, but I think if they end up making that next iPhone SE, the iPhone SE 4, and if they start actually breaking out and start making a lot of these other cheaper phones that are ranging in price from $300 to $600 and really maximize that price tag, I think they can end up making a lot more money from their sales numbers, and they could also get more people in the Apple ecosystem and spending more money on Apple Music and the App Store and all these other areas too. So, just my advice. I guess we'll see what happens in the future. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.